Look at this glorious hole. Not to be confused with a glory hole. It is something that works perfectly, all the time, and uses an almost universal piece of hardware. So naturally, they took it away. Because of course they did! On the front lines of innovation, they always find new and exciting strategies to get in their own way. They work tirelessly, day and night, to make sure you have a device with less features and still pay more for it. Remember when Steve Jobs presented the iPod in a way that adapted to humans and not the other way around? Like the iPod Pocket thing?
So, this amazing little device holds 1,000 songs, and it goes right in my pocket.
It looked like magic! And now the whole industry is a dumpster fire because someone let Tim cook! And it is Apple's fault, I'm going somewhere with this. Because you see, they used to be the most valuable company in the world before Nvidia took off with the AI boom, and they still are if you consider consumer electronics. And if I were a phone company who also wanted to make money, I would totally copy their homework too. And at Apple, some evil mastermind thought, well, if there is no headphone jack, they will have no choice but to spend more money and buy our Bluetooth headphone. These people are polishing their curriculum to take the devil's place when he retires. And despite me not being the ruler of hell, I think they're doing a terrific job. They literally went, "F you, we'll get your money anyway." And these f***ing bastards were right! AirPods alone make more money than Sony. Sony! Fuck! And since everyone wanted in on the new get-rich-quick scheme, they followed. Because of course they did! And you wanna know what the excuse was for taking away the 3mm jack? Oh, there is no space for a jack, we have to fit bigger batteries and shit. Bullshit! This is an iPod 5th gen, look how thin this thing is. And you're telling me that the huge phones that they sell today cannot fit a jack? Bullshit! I can actually reach the opposite corner with my thumb. What wizardry! This is a 4-inch screen. The newer phones even go up to 6.5 inches, which is definitely above average, right? Look at this. The asus Zenfone Tang. Headphone jack, expandable storage, and it could actually fit in your pocket. And that's not even the best part. 5,000 mAh battery. Some other phones still don't have that much. But you can't buy it. Why? Well, the size of your phone is now akin to a shaft measuring contest, and the Asus tool was small, so they discontinued it. Because of course they did! But the headphone jack was the single universal thing that every existing pair of consumer headphones happily shared for the last 30 years. And they said no more to sell you overpriced earbuds with features you don't need for a price you don't want to pay. Some executive must have truly been higher than the second tower. Bluetooth will never be as good as a physical cable. Never. I don't care how much they can make it better with less latency and whatnot. You know what has zero issues and is also very cheap? A f***ing copper wire! Even Jesse Pinkman knows it.
Wire. Yeah. Copper.
Remember the days in which Android phones had expandable storage? Yeah, me neither! It was so long ago I didn't even have a phone yet. Man, shitification is real. Oh, and by the way, iPhones never had expandable storage and they never will, since it would be way too convenient. Apple fans waited more than 10 years for USB-C and we admire their patience. It must feel exciting to be bent over and f***ed every year for worse products than the competition. Also, USB-C being mandatory in Europe is the closest we will ever get to achieving world peace. But you might argue that there are charging port adapters for headphones. Great, so now the device I paid hundreds of euros for is literally incapable of charging and driving headphones at the same time. Ah, yes, the absolute essence of progress. You can smell it. And no, wireless charging does not count. It wastes 40% of the energy to turn your phone into a frying pan, which dramatically reduces the lifespan of your battery. New features that solve problems that didn't exist, while taking away what actually works. With infinite resources and brilliant minds at their disposal, they chose to evolve backwards. Because of course they did.